The chair lady and members of the Nadi Bula Festival Committee, the chairperson, Nadi Town Council, major sponsor, Flower Mills of Fiji and other village sponsors, the reigning Miss Bula, Miss Fatima Ali, Queen contestants, members of the business community, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Lola Bina Nanji. It is with immense pleasure that I stand before you tonight to celebrate the 2025 Nadi Bula Festival with you all. Before I proceed, I would like to pay my respects to the owners of the lands where we now stand. Yang mana na wanoi na waka, berlebi na langi, na kegale buhe na biang wana china waka. Na wanoi na ji, berlebi na machulebu, na kegale buat sekandiri, na biang wana china ji. Biang na mana dia biang wana beterorau, berlebi na mula, na kegale buat machulebu, na biang wana china dato. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is more than a celebration. It's a time to review our commitments to the hope, unity, and strength that define Nadi. In a world shaped by challenges, the festival reminds us of the power of coming together with love, compassion, and shared purpose. There's a spirit behind this year's theme, rebuilding lives through compassion and charity. When we talk about rebuilding, we often think of roads or buildings. But real rebuilding begins in the heart. It begins when we look around and say to one another, we see you, we care, and we will help you rise. The Bula Festival is more than music and color. It is a call to action. It reminds us that our true strength lies in the kindness which we show and the way we lift each other up. Festivals like this inspire pride and a deeper care for our community. Ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, late into the night, your coalition government passed the 2025-2026 national budget, built on the pillars of security, stability, and prosperity. This budget reflects not only our economic plans, but also our commitment to peace and resilience at home and across the Pacific. Here at home and regionally, our Prime Minister, Honorable Viliame Gavoka, has championed efforts on the Ocean of Peace initiative. This vision calls for a region free from coercion, rooted in cooperation, and driven by compassion and development. It's about building safe communities and a united island nations. Fiji is spearheading calls for unity and responsible action based on 12 core principles, from peaceful dispute resolution to environmental care and respect for human rights. This vision is reflected in our domestic priorities. You may have seen growing investments in hotels and tourism infrastructure. We are also focused on essential projects, from new bridges to ease traffic between Nadi and Lautoka, and fast-tracking the Nadi flood alleviation project. Water infrastructure upgrades will benefit over 80,000 people in areas including Raketi Feeder Road, Wunda, Oirambetia, Nadi Airport and Sabeda Road, and extends to Korobuto. To support sustainable growth, the coalition governments will enhance coordination with the Nadi Town Council and Nadi Chamber of Commerce. With an $8 million budget in the new financial year, we aim to make Nadi a model town, resilient, forward-looking, and thriving in a peaceful Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, Nadi Town is and will continue to play a very important role in driving Fiji's tourism industry. As a jet-set town, you are the people, a community that welcomes international visitors to our shores. At the ministry, we see tourism not only as a driver of our economy, but as a force for social good. This is reflected in the Fiji National Sustainable Tourism Framework, which places people, culture, and communities at the center of all we do. Festivals like this one embody those values. They celebrate who we are, they unite us, they bring visitors and locals together. Not just to enjoy, but to understand, connect, and share. That is how tourism becomes sustainable, where it strengthens identity, uplifts lives, and deepens our collective pride as being Fijians. To the remarkable young women vying for the Bula crown, formerly known as Andi Bula, we honor your courage, commitments, and the sacrifices you have made to be here. Your journey begins tonight. Impact has already been felt. As the festival unfolds, remember, you're more than contestants. You are leaders. You step forward to champion important causes and uplift your communities. From this very moment, you already carry the pride of our people. The people of Nadi, you are the heart of this festival. You've shown that true community is about showing up for one another with compassion, generosity, and support. That's the spirit and legacy of the Nadi Bula Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, looking ahead, we know tourism is key to our future. It builds livelihoods, protects our heritage, and opens doors for every Fijian. But we must ensure that tourism is inclusive, that it benefits not just the industry, but the people who shape its soul. This is how we build a stronger economy, by opening doors for the many, not the few, but recognizing that our people are the greatest asset we offer to the world. So imagine this. What if we carried the Bula Festival spirit beyond this week's long celebration? What if we made it a year-round movement? Keeping the spirit alive every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, as the festival begins, remember, it is not just a celebration, but the start of something greater. Let's keep building a compassionate Fiji where no one is left behind. Every kind word, every act of care helps rebuild lives. Nadi is the tourism capital of Fiji, and it's in your own hands to protect and uphold that legacy. At this juncture, I join Nadi in thanking Ms. Bula, Ms. Fatima Ali, for the leadership and service this past year. Thank you for making us proud, and we wish you all the best. To our graceful, and smart contestants, one of you will be crowned Ms. Bula next week. That crown represents leadership through service, inner duty, and the responsibility to inspire kindness and courage. Wear it proudly and lead with the heart that brought you here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me here tonight. I'm really proud to be part of this. It's now 65 years old. As you can, it's quite evident. We were part of it, the days when it first started. We were kids, but we are so proud that Nadi has continued with a spirit that embodies, harnessing the spirit that embodies the festival. We now come back a level to our sponsors, volunteers and organizers. Your hard work and preparation has brought this festival to life. As we begin this exciting week, let us embrace the true spirit of the Bula Festival, not just the lights, music, or pageantry, but the compassion that unites us and gives us opportunity, our community is strength. And with those words, I officially declare the Nadi Bula Festival open. God bless Nadi, God bless Fiji.